Here we are in step number 5 of the single braid style. In this step, I will be showing you how to seal the ends of your braids. First, I will show you how to seal your ends by simply using hot water. Then I will show you how to seal your ends with a braid sealer. To begin, I will first show you how to seal the ends of your braids by dipping them into hot water, and then I will also show you a second way of sealing your braids by using a braid sealer. Please note that by using these products and these techniques, there's a potential risk because of the water itself and because of using the braid sealer as well. These products can get extremely hot, so you have to be responsible and know that your safety is in your hands. So first, I will show you how you will be dipping the ends of your braids in the water. But to begin, I want to note that you must use a cup with a cool handle as you dip your braids in the water. The reason why I like to use a cup is because it only contains a small amount of water and it limits the splashing that can happen when you dip your braids. Also, the reason why you want to make sure that you have a handle on the cup is because at any moment you possibly may have to reach and grab your cup, and you want to grab a cool handle that does not get hot versus grabbing the entire cup itself. And also, you will be needing scissors to trim the ends of your braids as well. So to begin, you want to make sure that you have your hair section into 2 sides so that you can dip each side at once. Also, you're going to have a dry towel in front of you because when you pull your braids out of the water, you will have a barrier protection to wrap your braids around as you rinse off and wring out any water. So what you want to do is grab one side of your braids, and since they are a lot of braids, you're just going to go ahead and roll them all the way to the end. Now that we have the ends here, you're just going to gather them and slowly dip them into the water. You want to be careful and you do not want to lean on the cup at all. So you're just going to submerge it for a little bit and just kind of shake it just a little bit to release any air bubbles. And then as you bring your braids out, you want to make sure that you have your towel in front of you to catch any water and steam. So out, I pull my braids. And then I'm going to use my towel to protect me as I dry off the ends. So what I like to do is just squeeze down the braids as I go all the way down to wring out any water and to help get any steam off of the braids. Just note that you only need to submerge the bottom of your braids because that's where you want to seal them. So now that I've dried off my braids, they're comfortable to the touch and they're pretty warm. And now what you want to do is just grab a small group of braids at a time and your scissors, and you're going to trim off any wispy ends that stick out of place. So when sealing your braids with water, you're going to do the same thing to the other side of your braids as well. Now for a second option, I will be showing you also how to seal your braids with a braid sealer. Now that I have shown you how to seal the ends of your braids with hot water, I will show you how to do so with a braid sealer. If you would like to know more information on a braid sealer, make sure to go to howtoblackhair.breannarutter for more. So first, I will begin by taking a section of my braids that's closest to the front of my face to show you exactly how you want to seal off the ends. So on this sealer, I have 2 different size holes, one for large braids and one for small braids that I can use to seal the ends. So whichever applies, you can go ahead and squeeze the braid into the opening of your sealer. So I'm going to grab my first braid, and my sealer is already hot. So I'm gonna lift up my braid and I'm just gonna go up a couple of inches from the bottom of the braid and pinch it with the sealer. So I insert it into this cone-shaped opening and I pinch the braid, and now it's already sealed. This is much better than using a lighter or a candle lighter, because when you do that, most times the flames shoot up the hair, and that's the possibility of burning yourself or your hair or your scalp. So you must be careful when you're dealing with any hot tools, even the sealer, because you could potentially burn yourself if you're not careful. But this is great because there's no fire or flames. It simply just melts the fibers of your hair. So right now I'm gonna grab another one and show you how easy it is to use a braid sealer. So I'm gonna lift up my braid and I'm simply gonna go up a couple of inches from the bottom. I'm going to pinch off the braid. And now my braid has been sealed. In this step, I have shown you how to seal the ends of your single braid extensions. First, I showed you by simply dipping the ends of my braids into hot water. Then I showed you a second method by simply using a braid sealer. In the next step, step number 6, I will show you the finished results to your single braid style.